Hello and welcome to News Tonight. I'm Tina Jha. Before we begin with the headlines, I would like to appeal to all our viewers to stay safe from the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Remember to wear your face masks, wash your hands and face regularly, and maintain physical distancing each time you step outside. Remember, these simple precautions are all that it takes on our part to defeat the ongoing pandemic. And now, the headlines of the day. Rajya Sabha returns Finance Bill 2021 to Lok Sabha after discussion. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman assures corporates of rationalizing customs duty structure. Asserts that economic reforms have boosted India's investment rating. Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2021 passed in the upper house. Union Minister Kishan Reddy says amendment needed for clarity in rights. Lok Sabha passes Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Amendment Bill. Union Minister Smriti Irani says proposed law will make District Magistrate a synergizing officer for issues related to protection of children. Prime Minister Modi targets the West Bengal government on the issue of corruption, assures state farmers of providing financial assistance under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee raises the issue of outsiders. And rising cases of COVID-19 not due to new mutants, says Health Ministry. Asserts that Covishield is completely safe. Urges states and UTs to enforce strict COVID protocols during festivals. The Rajya Sabha passed the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2021. Replying to the debate on the bill in the upper house, Minister of State for Home G. Kishan Reddy said that the bill does not intend to take the powers of the elected government of Delhi, but only to provide clarity in running the affairs of the national capital. The bill seeks to amend the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Act 1991. It provides that the term government referred to in any law made by the Legislative Assembly of Delhi will imply the Lieutenant Governor. The bill also prohibits the Legislative Assembly of Delhi from making any rule to enable itself or its committees to consider the matters of day-to-day administration of the National Capital Territory of Delhi.
Nothing is being added in the GNCD Act which is contrary to the constitutional framework of the governance provided by the respect of the Union Territory of Delhi as per Article 239A and Article 239AB.
The Rajya Sabha on Wednesday returned the Finance Bill 2021 by a voice vote. This completed the parliamentary approval for the Union Budget 2021-22. The bill gives effect to the financial proposals of the central government for the financial year 2021-22. Replying to the discussion on the bill, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that the government will undertake rationalization of customs duty structure to help domestic businesses, especially the MSMEs. She also said that India enjoys an investment grade rating and she does not see a rating downgrade because of higher spending. The Finance Minister also stated that the government made some changes in the tax structure to ensure ease of business in the country. This bill was passed by the Lok Sabha on Tuesday.
About India's ratings, sir. India enjoys an investment grade rating and we are not foreseeing any change or any chance of any downgrade due to us incurring higher deficits, because I've announced quite a big borrowing and also spending. Fitch has actually just recently upgraded our growth projections. Many of the economists, international bodies and also rating agencies across the globe are of the firm opinion that governments need to spend to put the economies back. So globally, that's the advisory that everybody is receiving and we are also following it, so it shouldn't hurt our rating.
Let's now take a look at what a finance bill is and some of the key features of the Finance Bill 2021. The Finance Bill is a part of the Union Budget that stipulates all the legal amendments required for the changes in taxation proposed by the Finance Minister. The Union Budget proposes many tax changes for the upcoming financial year, which may pertain to several existing laws dealing with various taxes in the country. The Finance Bill inserts amendments into all those laws concerned without bringing out a separate amendment law for each of those acts. With the passage of the Finance Bill from the Parliament, the process of parliamentary approval for the Union Budget is considered to be complete. The Finance Bill 2021 has given exemption from filing of returns to senior citizens above the age of 75 if they have only pension income and interest income from the same bank. A dispute resolution committee will be set up for small and medium taxpayers. The Finance Bill 2021 will make the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal faceless. This will reduce the cost of compliance for taxpayers and also increase transparency. The Finance Bill has also raised the threshold limit for tax audit to promote digital transactions. Agriculture infrastructure and development cess will be levied on certain items, including petrol, diesel, gold, some imported agricultural products, amid others. The bill also made amendments to the Life Insurance Corporation Act 1956 to help facilitate listing of the insurance giant on stock exchanges. Several other amendments have been made to ensure ease of doing business and rationalize customs duty structure. And the Lok Sabha on Wednesday gave its nod to a bill which seeks to strengthen the provisions relating to protection and adoption of children. Responding to the discussion, Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani said the amendment bill would address various issues flagged by the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights that had looked into the working of the Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Act 2015. The minister said the proposed law seeks to make the district magistrate a synergizing officer for issues related to protection of children.
वो रिव्यूइंग की पद्धति से आगे बढ़कर प्रशासनिक सिनर्जी पर जोर देने का काम करने वाला है। ऐसा नहीं है कि चाइल्ड वेलफेयर कमेटी का काम बंद हो जाएगा, जुवेनाइल जस्टिस बोर्ड का काम बंद हो जाएगा और सारा काम का भार डीएम पर आने वाला है, ऐसा नहीं है। The district magistrate becomes not only the reviewing, the supervising, but also the synergizing officer for all needs of protection of children.
The Parliament passed the National Commission for Allied and Healthcare Professions Bill 2021 after the Lok Sabha passed it on Wednesday. The bill seeks to regulate and standardize the education and practice of allied and healthcare professionals and specify certain categories of allied and healthcare professions as recognized categories. The bill was passed by the Rajya Sabha last week. Replying to the debate on the bill, Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said that the legislation is aimed at fulfilling long-pending demands of the sector and enhance employment opportunities for the professionals.
Big categories may not overpower the others. I would like to highlight that the bill provides for equal treatment to all the professional categories. And these categories are formed by clubbing similar professions together. As you know, 56 professions have been put in 10 categories. Section 10 of the bill provides that the president of each professional council is to be rotated biennially amongst all the professions. It is also provided that before decision pertaining to any profession is taken, that profession's representative will be heard by the National Commission.
The Airports Economic Regulatory Authority of India Amendment Bill 2021 was introduced in the Lok Sabha by Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri. The bill aims to amend the Airports Economic Regulatory Authority of India Act 2008.
I rise to move for leave to introduce a bill further to amend the Airports Economic Regulatory Authority of India Act 2008. Sir, as everyone is aware, civil aviation is a critical driver of economic growth. The civil aviation sector in India has seen exponential growth.
And time for a short break here. More news and updates will continue on the other side. Do stay with us. Senior JDU leader Maheshwar Hazari was elected as the Deputy Speaker of the Bihar Legislative Assembly on Wednesday. Hazari was elected Deputy Speaker by a voice vote. He secured 124 votes in the 243-member assembly. RJD's Bhudev Chaudhary had filed nomination for the Deputy Speaker post, but neither he nor the opposition MLAs participated in the election. During the election process, the opposition RJD, Congress, CPI-ML, CPI and CPI-M kept away from the House. And now all the news and views from the poll-bound states. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday kicked off the day's election campaign in West Bengal's Kathi, saying that the state will show the door to Mamata Banerjee on the 2nd of May. Addressing a rally in the Purbi Medinipur district, he announced that if voted to power, a son of the soil will be made the BJP's chief minister. The Prime Minister added that Bengal was the land of icons like Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, Rabindranath Tagore and Subhash Chandra Bose, and on this land, no Indian was an outsider. He added that the BJP will make every scheme in the state scam-free and will end the culture of cut money. Stating that the central government is promoting tourism with several initiatives, he said Medinipur will benefit a lot from such initiatives with the double-engine government in place. He also noted the BJP's double-engine government will give Sonar Bangla to the people.
भाइयों और बहनों, बंगाल का विकास, यहां के लोगों का विकास, ये बीजेपी का कमिटमेंट है। ये बीजेपी का संकल्प है। बंगाल का उज्जवल भविष्य, इसके लिए हम जी जान से जुट जाएंगे, ये वादा करने में आया हूं।
The Prime Minister also called upon the people of Assam to beware of the Congress AIUDF Grand Alliance. Addressing an election rally in Bipuria, he said the Grand Old Party does not have ideals or even able leaders. Attacking the opposition alliance, he said that the Congress can go to any extent to win elections. He said the Congress party has joined hands with those who are set to destroy the identity of Assam. The Prime Minister claimed that the NDA government has taken steps to check illegal infiltration from Bangladesh and also strengthen border security. He asserted that the BJP government has protected Assam's cultural heritage and traditions. The Prime Minister also addressed a rally in Sipajhar.
कांग्रेस का ऐसा महाजूट जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ घुसपैठ की, लूट की गारंटी देता है। ऐसा महाजूट जो हमारे सत्रों, नामघरों, अभयारण्यों में अवैध कब्जे की गारंटी देता है।
West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee alleged that the BJP only talks big and makes false promises. Addressing a rally in Bishnupur of Bankura district, she criticized the NDA government for rising prices of LPG and also demanded that common people should be provided free LPG. Mamata Banerjee mentioned the list of welfare schemes implemented by her government. She also addressed rallies at Onda and Bankura assembly constituencies. Home Minister and BJP leader Amit Shah held a roadshow in Kerala's Tripunithura town as part of his election campaign for the NDA candidates. He targeted Kerala's Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan over the gold smuggling case. He said the people of the state see the BJP as an alternative for the opposition UDF and the ruling LDF. He also addressed a public meeting in Paravur in Kollam district. He said the CPIM-led LDF and the Congress-headed UDF will only indulge in corruption and not do any good for the state.
अगर एलडीएफ यूडीएफ की सरकारों ने केरल को भ्रष्टाचार का अड्डा बनाने का काम किया है। यूडीएफ आती है तो सोलर लाइट स्कैम होता है और एलडीएफ आती है तो डॉलर और गोल्ड स्कैम होता है।
The BJP also launched its election manifesto for the Kerala Assembly polls. Releasing the manifesto, Union Minister Prakash Javadekar said that it is progressive, dynamic and development-oriented. The party has promised employment for at least one person from each family, free laptop to high school students and legislations on Sabarimala and love jihad. It also promises to make Kerala terrorism and hunger-free. The manifesto also promises 6 cooking gas cylinders free to all BPL families. A look now at the COVID-19 situation in the country. Over 5 crore 8,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far. Meanwhile, India's active case load stands at 3,68,000, comprising 3.14% of the total positive cases. 47,262 new cases were reported in the last 24 hours, a massive surge, taking the COVID-19 tally in the country to over 1 crore 17 lakh. 275 deaths were reported in the same period, bringing the total death toll in the country due to coronavirus to 1,60,441. COVID-19 recoveries have crossed 1 crore 12 lakh, with 23,907 recoveries in the last 24 hours. The national recovery rate has further come down to 95.49%. 10 lakh 25,000 samples were tested in the last 24 hours, and with this, India has tested over 23 crore 64 lakh samples of coronavirus. Among states, Maharashtra has reported the highest daily new cases at 28,699. It is followed by Punjab with 2,254 cases, while Karnataka reported 2,010 new cases of COVID-19. 6 states, that of Maharashtra, Punjab, Karnataka, Kerala, Chhattisgarh and Gujarat, cumulatively account for 81.65% of the new cases that have been reported in the country in the past 24 hours. So amid a surge in the cases of COVID-19 in some parts of the country, the centre has asked all states and union territories to enforce COVID-19 appropriate behaviour. The centre has written to states and the UTs to consider imposing local restrictions and limit mass gatherings in view of upcoming festivals like Holi, Shab-e-Barat and Easter, among others. Health Additional Secretary Aarti Ahuja, in a letter to state chief secretaries and union territory administrators, stated that the battle against COVID-19 is at a critical juncture, with rising number of cases and deaths being reported from several parts of the country in recent weeks. Meanwhile, a new variant of SARS-CoV-2 and multiple variants of concern have been found in the country. The Indian SARS-CoV-2 Consortium on Genomics has identified variants of concerns in several states and a new double mutant variant in genome sequencing. 771 variants of concern have been detected in 10,787 positive samples shared by the states and the union territories so far. Some of these variants of concern had earlier been detected abroad.
म्यूटेशंस का होना एक नेचुरल प्रोसेस है, ये होता ही रहे। वायरस एक आरएनए का स्ट्रैंड है, जब वो रेप्लिकेट करता है उसमें गलतियां होती है, नेचर का नियम है। इससे हमें पर से घबराना नहीं है। हमारे पास इतना स्ट्रांग सिस्टम है, किसी भी देश के सबसे के ज्यादा बाकियों से मिला मुकाबले में बहुत अच्छा वर्ल्ड क्लास, कि हम इन चीजों को समझ सकते हैं, इसके बारे में जो करना चाहिए हम वो कर सकते हैं।
3 माह में हम लोगों ने 10,000 से ज्यादा किए, जिसमें 736 तो हमारे यूके वेरिएंट मिले हैं, 34 हमें साउथ अफ्रीकन वेरिएंट मिले हैं और 1 सैंपल ब्राजीलियन वेरिएंट के तहत पॉजिटिव पाया गया।
In some other news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed gratitude to the UN Institute for Training and Research for commending India's remarkable progress in reducing the premature mortality from non-communicable diseases. In a Twitter message, the Prime Minister said that India is at the forefront of initiatives that seek to prevent non-communicable diseases and further wellness. And that's it from us in this bulletin. But before we leave, I once again appeal to all our viewers to continue to maintain COVID-appropriate behavior to stay safe from the ongoing pandemic. Remember to wear your face masks, wash your hands and face regularly, and do ensure that you maintain physical distancing whenever you step outside. Remember, we are still in the midst of the pandemic, and these simple precautions are all that it takes to defeat it. Good night, and thank you for your time.